So for tonight, we're gonna be trying out the Merfolk Tribal. Um, for a quick rundown of the deck, for those of you who don't know what it does, is you play a bunch of Merfolk. Things like Silvergale Adept, they'll draw you additional cards. Things like Harbinger of the Tide, they give you. Um, this one is just to return as that ETB. Lord of Atlantis has the Lord effect of other Merfolk will get +1/+1 and then gain Island Walk. And Mess the Pearl Trident does the exact same thing. So you've got those 8 Lords. You also have things like Merfolk Trickster to tap a creature. And then you have things like Unsettled Mariner, so that way they can't really target your stuff. As you can see, you've got a lot of 2-drops. And then you've got a bit of interaction with some Force of Negations, because we're running 30 other blue cards. And then some Dismember to deal with creatures. And then you've got Aether Vials to help around, say, Chalice, and just being able to play more than one 2-mana spell a turn. And then you've got a couple of multi-lands for the white mana needed for Unsettled Mariner or the Lurrus that's in the sideboard. Then you have Mutavaults as a way to animate. Then you've got some islands and some Cavernous Souls to make your stuff uncounterable. That's the quick rundown of this deck. And then you have a 1-drop, and you can use it to loot and turn it into a 2/2. As far as the sideboard goes, we're running 3 Chalice of the Voids, mainly so that way if we run into, say, a Prowess type matchup where they're running a lot more 1-drops, we can swap out our 1-drops for Chalice to be able to Chalice on 1. Because we're running Lurrus, we're not running any 3-drop permanents. We have an extra Force of Negation for when we need that for the matchups. We have Tidebinder Mages as a way to stop green-red mid-rangey type strategy, because it allows us to tap down a permanent. Spreading Seas to stop something like Tron, just because we turn it into an island, and we might just need to be able to turn one more land into an island. 2 more Mana Leaks, because counter magic can be strong. Echoing Truth as a way to bounce permanents, and then Relic as a way to deal with the graveyard. Overall, not that bad of a list. And let's go ahead, hop into a league, and see how well we can do with it. Let's go. Wow. Straight into match 1. Let's hop. Of course, it did its good old hide. We will reveal Lurrus. Anne's got Vile, Harbinger, and Biomancer. The double. We'll keep this and see how we do. Again, the double dismember is not great when we're in the blind, but I like the Vile, and then having Mancer that we can then instantly adapt, or go Harbinger and Mancer. Why do I have a stop on his upkeep? I guess last week we were playing Grixis Death Shadow, so we probably needed to stop on their upkeep. Swamp? Thoughtseize. Ouch. So probably bye-bye vial. If I had to be guessing, that'd be what I'd hit. Let's see if that's what they choose to go after. They went with the Biomancer. Makes me guess that they have a way to deal with this vial. Upkeep, draw. Island vial. Pass turn. Orborg, so we now can tap for black and blue. That's very nice of opponent. Put the vial trigger. Second vial's pretty mediocre. Vial 2. So we'll be able to vial in plenty of things. We just now need to draw things to vial in. Or, okay. Lily. Yep. Upticks. We'll discard a dismember. So this is probably 8 rack. Oh, yeah. So we're facing rack. That's fun. Yes. Yes. Nice. White, blue. Mariner. And we will go ahead and pass. Okay, there's the rack. Huh. Each opponent sacrifices a creature if you control her. Each player also discards a card. Okay. Activate. Yes. Play out the Harbinger. Do that. And then we discard. We're at 0, but they can't activate Lily. Cool. Thanks for throwing away your Lily there. Vial. This. We will do no to that one. This vial I want to say yes to. That vial we have no set on. Can we draw a Force of Negation so we can counter whatever they play? Okay. Have that hit Lily. And no. We'll pass. Because we can force anything. Dot C's. You gonna pay the 1? They do. I'll let them lose 2 life rather than counter the Thoughtseize. Stack like so. We'll take 3. We'll go ahead and say yes, and then that one's on no. Mutavault. Go ahead and do that. Begin combat, hit for 2. Pass the turn, because we can now violin our Luris. Okay, they have a land. Okay. Because we've got Flash, we will go ahead and just hit for 2 and pass the turn. And we're in a pretty good spot versus 8-rack. Beginning of your upkeep, if that's the you may return it. Okay. So let the rack trigger resolve. And now we can go activate Vial. Yes. Trickster. Tap it down. Luris. And now we can draw. We draw a Spreading Seas. That's not bad. Mutavault into Harbinger. Go ahead and bounce that. And Spreading Seas the Orborg. We draw. Cool. Smack for 2 here. Have up lethal next turn. We'll take a bit from the rack here, which is unfortunate, but we will play that. Reveal. Cast this one. Adapt. We can draw and discard. Discard that guy. Animate. Combat. He will swing all but that one. Okay. They choose to block the Luris. They'll get their spirit back, but they're dead on board next turn. Okay. So facing 8 rack. Well, at least some form of rack. I don't necessarily know that it's 8. So we'd be drawing. Oh. Yeah, that sealed the game. Okay. Dismembers out. We can bring in a Force of Negation and I guess the Echoing Truths. Just as a way to. Because this is red or green. Don't really need the Spreading Seas. Mana Leak's alright. Relics, meh. Yeah. Just like that. Bring in another Force. Just in case there's something we absolutely have to counter. Then Echoing Truth is a way to bounce their stuff. So you just run it back. Like, just take out those dismembers because they have Nether Spirit and that's it. I guess we could technically bring in the relics as a way to deal with Nether Spirit, but I don't think them having A22 is too concerning. All right. Go ahead and reveal the Luris. Hand's got a vial and some stuff to do with the vial. We'll try it. It's only got 1 land though. I don't like that we only have 1 land. But we'll keep. Go ahead and force a rack. Just so that way they are not doing as much. If they're playing rack turn 1, that means that they probably have more. Sadly, we do 2 for 1 ourselves, putting ourselves down a card against 8 rack. Not a good plan. But we've got 2 redraws. We've got a thing to tap. There's a second rack. Yep. Gladly put a charge counter. Ooh. So this reveal Biomancer. That cast reveal Biomancer. Draws ourselves another card. Cool. Just staying out of range. They can't really go Lily down tick because we've got this vial to bring in a Mancer. Orborg comes in. Let's see what they do. Each player loses 1 life. Sacks a land, sacks a creature. Okay. Discard the Biomancer. Sacrifice the Adept. And then we will sack an island. They put Eliminate. Makes sense. Card's not a bad card. Get this vial up to 2. We draw. Ooh, that's a pretty good draw. Do that. We'll go ahead and play out this Silver Gale Adept, revealing the Trickster. Just so that way we've got another card in hand. Orborg comes down. Play out the Trickster. We'll take 1 from the rack. Say no on that vial. Spreading Seas is exactly what we wanted to see there. Blue, blue, Spreading Seas. Draw ourselves an additional card. Mutavault's what we see. Activate, put in Master. In combat, get in for 6. Trying to avoid Bantu's Last Reckoning and Damnation. Second rack. Bantu's Last Reckoning. Yep. We take 2 twice. We will say yes. Well, yes, it means we can no longer... We'll play out the Mutavault and pass. Castle Lochlane. Just sorry, we're not taking as much from these rack triggers. Activate, put in Luris. Upkeep, we could flash that in. Nope. Draw Spreading Seas, that's not bad here. We'll do this. Reveal Lord of Atlantis to draw ourselves a card. Blue, white, Spreading Seas the Lochlane so they can't have card draw. Draw ourselves an additional card. Cool. Target player discards a card. They have Retrace. Okay. I'll discard a Force of Negation. So we'll take one twice. Say no. Draw ourselves a card. That's a pretty good card to draw. Cast. Blue 1, reveal Lord. We draw. Battle land. Go with the Lord. Blue. Blue, blue. Go ahead and play out Lord here. And a combat hit for 6. Gain 3. So 7 to 13. Well, whatever you draw, clear my board. Retraces. Okay. Hmm. And starting off 1-0. Let's rock it. But another great way to get your fill of modern content. So, Anne's got 1 land. Oh, mulligan. Keep this, even though, again, still only a 1-lander. It's got double vial. Upkeep, we skip our draw step. Go ahead and go with Merfolk. Vial. Fast turn. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, TRK Manges. Goblins versus Merfolk. Let's go. Battle of the Tribes. Oh, that's pretty. I really like shutting them off of a color here. I don't know if that's correct for us to be doing, but next turn we can go Harbinger, Silvergale, and Vial. Okay, they have a double Vial hand too. Go ahead and put that onto the stack, get our Vial up to 2, and draw ourselves a card. Play out that land instead. Tap for white, go with Vial. And then blue, blue. Harbinger. And we have a depth on their insteps. There you go, fetching. Get a Blood Crypt tapped. Makes sense, they kind of need to produce mana. Vial triggers go onto the stack for them. Yield the Vial triggers we don't control. Otsies. Cool. Take your pick, opponent. So let's go ahead and say always no. Yield to that. Well, yield because we can go ahead and yes. Neat. This, go with Merfolk. Hit okay. Go here. What are we munitions experting? The Silvergale? Okay. That's fine. Go ahead and Lord. Hit for 3. Bloodstained Mire gets cracked. It's a Blood Crypt tapped. Okay, they have 4. So they have 2, 3, and 4 up. Which, this can be scary. Okay, so there's the Sling Gang. We should have done Luris. We had the Manitou, I just forgot. Let's go ahead and turn off our auto yields. Yes. And yes. Okay, that's nice. One, two, three. Go with Luris. Tap there. Get this Mariner down, and now we can pass the turn. Well, we get in for 3. Opponent's leaving their vials on 2 and 3. Oh, took up a vial to 4. I'm now concerned. Hmm. Okay. They activate Vial. And put in Crater Maker. Interesting choice. Surprised about a main board Crater Maker. So this is tap equal to the number of charge counters on Aether Vial. Okay. Going ahead to Vial in. Again, not smart. I should have done that main phase because now they can get rid of our Luris using the Crater Maker. Yes, they'll have to pay. That's not too big of a thing. They've got the mana to do it. Unfortunate draw. Hit opponent for 6. Take them down to 3. Favorite tribe? I don't really know. I haven't really played too many modern tribal decks at the moment. Goblins is in a good spot, but personally, I'd have to probably go with Spirits, just because it's got the Bant flavor and the blue-white flavor. So that's a fun build that can get there. But yeah. Munitions expert probably goes after the Mariner. Interesting choice. I guess they have another munitions expert to go after this Lord. Yep. Okay, so they take out the Lord here. And we are in a bad spot from here on out. They get to smack us for 4. We don't really have much of an answer. We have kind of sort of flooded out, which is unfortunate, but both of these vials are going to be on no. We draw Mariner. Okay. Go with that. Don't reveal. And we will pass. Get that down just in case, but I'm assuming this is the refueler. Second Sling Gang. Okay. Bit better for us. Just from the aspect of they can't really do much. We can block. They have the mana to sack and pay. But again, if you're sacking and paying, And it's going to cost you mana every time to do that. So yes, it's a drain. Ooh, that sounds fun. Like running like the Rabble Master and War Boss package. I can see that. Do that, and then also run like Blood Moons, and you could even run Ensnaring Bridge in that type of deck. You draw a card, swing with an army of 1/1s, and then play the card, and they can't swing. And both of these, again, are still no. Ouch. Hold the land. Pass the turn. I don't think we're getting out of this. But they also haven't really presented much threat. So they swing out, we block, they sack, and pay. Interesting, they didn't swing there. Now we're about to Raymond Bloodmoon. Ah. Yeah, Embercleave, that's a fun card. Force of Negation, alright. We'll play this out. Pass the turn. If they try to do anything that isn't a creature, I will be surprised beyond belief. Arid Mesa. I don't know why they're giving me chances to draw outs. Okay. We're doing a real good job at hitting land. A Violin 3. Matron to go get combo piece. Ringleader. Huh. That's a pretty big Ringleader whiff. Okay, there goes the Harbinger. This point reveals off the top. Jiki Kiki. Makes sense. Swings with a 2/2. Can pay for 4. Is basically asking, do we want to trade? The answer here is no. We're dead on board anyway. Do that. Vial goes no. Vial goes no. And we hit another land. Right? Because they swing out. Because they bring up a vial to 5 here, they swing out, making more tokens. Yeah, we can't do anything. We can block 2, they'll pay, and then we take 1. We'd block there to block block both of those to block the most damage. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they're sacking 2. Yeah. They got game 1 onto the sideboard. Force of Negations can come on out. Tidebinder Mage doesn't seem terrible as a way to stop Snoop. Feature won't untap so long as we control Tidebinder. Tidebinder and Echoing we can bring in. As far as what else are we shaving? I guess it's a Biomancers? Spreading Seas seems pretty good here too. Shave our 1-drops. This is probably wrong, but we're gonna try it. Nope. Yep. White Vial, pass turn. Okay. You do this, say yes. Draw. Okay. Go ahead and reveal Lord since we're gonna have to anyway. For this Silver Gale. Draw ourselves a card. Cool. Now we'll have double Lord effect with a Dismember up. Unless they have push. It's a basic mountain. Starfire. That'll work. Double red Snoop. With a Snoop on top. That's a bit unfortunate. Go ahead and kill the first Snoop. Just slow down our opponent a bit here. Play down the Lord. Let's go ahead and Vial in our other Lord. Just that way they're buffing each other out of Tarfire range. There we go. Opponent can't just... Okay. So my issue is we are now completely vulnerable. Cavern names Gabo. Plays out Snoop. Yep. You see a cavern on top. So I need a way to deal with this Snoop right away. And another Wieldling. Talk about removal. Okay, first one we say yes to. Second one we'll say no to. Okay. Put Loris into our hand and pass the turn. Show me a Bogart. No Bogart. Interesting. Step, bring in a Lord. Yes, yes. As munitions expert. And there's a Kiki on top. Go ahead and just vial in this Luris. And at this point, we kind of sort of have to try to draw another card. As it all. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of removal. And then we hit land. That's just impressive from the Goblin's opponent. So on their upkeep, they can make an infinite number of Snoops. We'll hit 6. And say the issue is they're all coming in tapped. So they need to have either Sling Gang in hand or Bogart. Okay. Well, that tells me that they didn't have anything. Ah! Bogart's on the top of the library. But, insult to injury, they had Sling Gang. Ouch. Had it all. Props to opponent. Unfortunate. Goblins takes us down. 1-1 with Merfolk. Let's see if we can come back from that. All right, match has been found. Yeah, that is true. I can't be too mad about losing to another tribal deck. This is a little land heavy, but it's got a redraw. We'll see how we do. I probably shouldn't be keeping this, but we'll see. So it's turn 1. We can put in a Wonder Wine. Turn 2. See what we can reveal. One mulligans to 6. Okay, we will go with Mutavault tapped here, pass or Mutavault pass turn. Snow-covered mountain. Either we're about to have a very interesting game versus Scred, or this is some Teamer Uro pile. Oh. That's an interesting card. Bolts us. That's a draw and a half. Eyelet. Exiles a Rift Bolt. Blue 1 Silvergale, reveal the Biomancer. Play out said revealed card. Riftbolt comes off suspension here and probably smacks our face. Actually, it might hit the Adept. So the Eyelet makes me think like, but Prowess doesn't play Riftbolt. I guess this might just be Burn. Arid and Mesa, they can go get their second red. Okay. It's just coming right back to us. The cards that we've revealed are in the field. We'll reveal Harbinger. White Blue Mariner. Animate the Mutavault, get in for 5. Hope they don't have some form of instant speed board clear. There's none that I can think of in red. They could fetch and kill off one thing. Okay. They crack a fetch land. Let's see, what do they get? Another snow-covered mountain. You paying 2 for that spell, bud? Did they forget that it targets 2 things? Yeah. Yeah. Opponent's like, oops. Yeah, that's how that part works. So opponent could pick off all 3 of our creatures here if they really wanted to. I say, but I don't think they want to be trying to pick off our creatures at this point. And we'll go that, reveal the Harbinger, blue, master. Animate there. Combat, get in for 11. Have opponent dead on board. Goes for the bolt, targeting the Mariner. Okay, makes sense. Pays for it. Kills Mariner. Can now painfully take some damage. At 6, that didn't go to our face. And we can animate, adapt. They draw a card. Okay. So we draw a Harbinger for the turn. We draw off the Adapt, because that'd be what we'd go for lethal. Discard the Dismember, play out Mutavault, animate Mutavault. Swing for lethal. They try to bolt. We can force pitching a Harbinger. Cool. This is burn. So force doesn't seem bad. Leaks don't seem bad. Just from the aspect of counter magics is not terrible. Dismember's not a bad way to deal with their Eidolons. So I know I want these three in. As far as what we want out, we could shave a pair of Tricksters. Actually, let's shave some Harbinger. Keep in the Trickster just on the off chance that they have creatures. We'll do it like so. Spreading Seas isn't that great against them. We didn't see any white spells, so we don't know if this is mono red. I'm assuming this is probably Boros Burn, but so Anne's only got one, but it's not a bad one lander. We can hit a second land. We have Spreading Seas, and then we also have Vials. We'll try it. If they have a fast creature heavy hand. Okay. Second Vial. Not what we want to see, but not terrible. So Rift Bolt smacks us for 3. If they have a land, hit us for 3 more, and then Incinerator. We are basically done. Eidolon. Okay. That's a bit of a pain. So if we go dismember the Eidolon, play out Vial. Yeah. Yep, Eidolon hurts. I know. We took 6 to deal with an Eidolon. But now we're no longer afraid of Eidolons. Okay, they bolt us. They skewer us, we go down to 5. Sacred Foundry tapped. Yes and yes. Do Mutavault. Blue 1, Spreading Seas. I guess it's technically correct to go after the Sacred Foundry. And we draw another Vial. Did somebody say Aether Vial? One's got 2 in hand. They draw themselves another card. Cool. First vial, yes. Does this mean we have some vials drawn? If only. Yes. That's no. Okay. So opponents got a good amount of hand, which I really don't like. That way they can't respond. Do that, do that. Trickster. Master of the Pearl. We are now empty-handed. However, we have possibly turned the corner against Burn. I say possibly because, it's Burn. If they've got 2 burn spells, we die. Sunbaked Canyon takes the redraw. They are trying hard. That's unfortunate that they hit a bunch of lands. So we would have drawn Dismember. We would have not played that card. So we would have put... I guess it'd just be Animate Combat Swing for 14. Getting the 2-0 against Burn. Let's see if we can't... We've got 2 more matches. Hopefully, we can turn this into a positive league. All right, match has been found for match 4. Let's go. Okay, Luris. 2 lands, a vial, spreading seas, a force of negation. Sure, we'll try it. The dismember's kind of awkward, but hey, never know. We might need it. Okay. Opponent kept 7. We'll keep 7. Ancient Ziggurat. Humans. Let's go. All right. Meaning this force of negation doesn't do a heck of a whole lot. So what? White, blue, red. Hit us for 3. They always have it. They always have the Mantis Rider. And it's not 3, it's 4. So awkward. Does just as much damage either way. Play out the Biomancer past turn. Next turn we can Spreading Seas into Master. Did somebody say Noble Hierarch? Vial. I could have forced the Vial there. Talia. That hurts. Just a bit on the inside. That hurts on a spiritual level. Cut them off of their red source. And last turn. Blue, white, lieutenant. Yep. Image, lieutenant. But hey, if our losses are to tribal decks, I'm not going to complain about the night. And smack us for 6. We can smack back for 6, but then we die. Oh, we don't win. There's something we can draw, right? So even blocking here, we chump block for a turn, then it's 3, 6. Oh, it's 3, 7, 9, 11, 12. We'd have to block. I mean, we play just to see if we have any outs. There's none that I'm aware of. Step, do that. You say no. Harbinger buys us a chump blocker. We can return a tapped creature to the owner's hand. I mean, it buys us some damage. Hmm. Arguably, we should have played out the Master of the Pearl Trident and held up the Harbinger, wait for them to swing. Interesting. Cavern names Human. Has 2. Another Thalia's Lieutenant will basically do us in here, right? Goes with the Guardian. Has 2 in hand. Swings with just 1. We still have to block. Which feels awful. That's a poor draw. Spreading seas, take them off of colors. Draw ourselves a card. Blood out. Seems to be what our option is. Okay, they violin. A Dark Confidant. Vial went up to 3. They reveal another vial. So we could block. So Luris, put Luris into the play. Play out Biomancer to block 1. Okay, they play out the vial. We go ahead and say yes. Land. Luris. Yes, Luris. And we can kill that Thalia's Lieutenant. Because it's a phantasmal image. Reflector Mage. Okay. Card doesn't do what you want it to. 1 mana? I guess this is another Hierarch. Champion. Sure. They pay the 1. I cannot cast Luris next turn. Swings with the team. Say no. We can... Oh, that's the wrong card. Okay. That's fine, though. Meant to hit Harbinger of the Tide. Vial was revealed. Okay. What's coming in at 3? A Rider. That buys us another turn. Does it? No. We block. We don't have a flyer, we die. Okay. Force of Negation's definitely out. Tidebinder mages can go ahead and come in. They don't really have a way to deal with it, and our big problem is they have a red creature that we can't really deal with. Spreading Seas isn't bad, neither is another Echoing Truth, for the Echoing Truths. What do we have that isn't great? They don't have too many things that target. So we can shave a Paramariner. Do that, and then we've got one more card to cut. We'll cut a Trickster. Let's see how this goes. Again, first time piloting Merfolk, so I'm probably boarding incorrectly. Might be overboarding. Go ahead and do that. Reveal our Luris. We've got Vile, we've got Sprees, we've got Lords, and we've got a Dismember. Hard to say this hand ain't a snap keep against what we're against. Cavernous Souls on Merfolk. A Vile, pass turn. Unclaimed Territory. Name Human. And then a Vile. Okay. I like that play from our opponent. Means they're not trying to ramp into. Ooh. Go ahead and Spreading Seas that. For ourselves a card. Alright. Just to shut them off of colors. Yield to the Vials that we don't control. Cavern, name Human. Second Vial. Okay. Merfolk Trickster. We can just wait with this hand. Vial goes to 2. Vial stays at 1. Or Vial goes up to 1. Unclaimed Territory. Name's Human. Puts in Kite Sail. This is non-land, non-creature. Exile. Sure, I'll let you take the Dismember. You now know what our hand is. But we weren't going to be able to stop that anyway. Wait. Damn it, I screwed that up. I royally screwed that up. Meant to go Trickster into Harbinger to bounce the Rider. However, Rider was not bounced. I guess we can still... No. Okay. This is fine. They draw themselves a card. And bounce the Mantis Rider to their hand. As we meant to do last time. Echoing Truth. That's too good to not pass up. Bounce both of those vials. Oh, that's going to bounce our own vial. As Dismember. Okay. Dahlia's Lieutenant to grow. Second one, probably Phantasmal Image. Second Thalia's Lieutenant. Okay. Well, at least makes me glad that we got rid of... Makes me glad that we got rid of their Mantis Rider, because that would have hurt. Yes, they're going to replay it here. So that's 10. I don't think we're beating this ever now. Guess we could group block. We need card draw. That won't do it. So we'll take 7 twice before we can do anything. Landlord. Okay. 2-2. Well, this is for all the marbles. Let's see if we can't end the night on a 3-2 with good old Merfolk. We won the die roll. We'll reveal Luris. Hand's got a Vial, an Adept, and a Lord. We'll try it. It's a bit on the land heavy side, but it's got redraw and a Vial. That Merfolk Vial. Fast turn. Okay, Dredge. All right. We don't have much for Dredge main board. And we really only have the blue. Or we only have... Ouch. Don't want to see more islands. I have a hand that had plenty of those. Word. So we have Spreading Seas to shut them off of colors. And we have Relics. Thought Seizes. I mean, I know what they're taking. Hi, Lord. Okay. I was wrong about Dredge. I had just assumed playing the salvage meant Dredge. It's not. It's 8-rack. We'll go ahead and adapt here. And draw a discard. Hit opponent. Castle Lock Point enters tapped. We'll take the 1 damage. Because it means that we increase our clock from maths. We can adapt again? Oh. You can adapt, but you won't. Paying costs, animates Mutavault. Okay, you can trade. Trades with the Adept. This is a bit risky because they can now hit us with a discard spell. Yep. I should have upticked the vial. They take Luris here. Well, now we know that the vial doesn't ever need to uptick. Ooh, that's a card. An uncounterable Merfolk. Bushes there. Sure. Arguably, we should have done it with the vial. So they would have had to push right then and there. Second Castle Lockthwain. Smallpox. Problem is, your rack versus my Mariner is the exact same clock. Or rate of clock, I should specify. Facing rack for 2 of our 5 matches. Okay. Second rack comes down. Okay. Hit opponent for 4, take opponent down to 1. Opponent can no longer cast Smallpox without losing the game. Inquisition. Okay. They pay for the Inquisition. They get to take a vial. And they concede. Cool. I guess they wanted to see. So he would have adapted, drawn Spreading Seas, discarded an island, drawn for turn, drawn that. Okay. So rack again. Force. These come out. Arguably, Spreading Seas is a pretty good. Where have I been? All your life? What do you mean? You've been around. Why haven't I been playing Merfolk? Who knows? But so we could bring in mana leaks here. That's not a bad plan. I missed the entirety of last week because I went on a vacation. But I have been keeping to schedule besides that. Yeah. I did post one. Yeah, it was nice. It was just a nice getaway. I did post one YouTube exclusive video. I went to the beach. So if you want to take a look at that video, it'll be in one of the links. But yeah, I went to the beach, read a book, then just kind of hung out. What do we want? Where are you from? I'll give you as far as Texas, and that's it. I'll put in 2 mana leaks and call it. Yeah, just went down to the coast, which I'm glad we went when we went, because Hurricane Laura, man. Went to Crystal? Nice. Yeah, I went to Padre. Okay, Merfolk versus 8-rack. I believe so. It's I want to say Padre is pretty south, so it's not hard to be above. Man, look at this hand. It's so great. Too bad it's missing lands. We'll keep this strictly from the fact that it's force and mana leak. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of it, but my mom wanted to do a family vacation. Shrieking Affliction. That's good enough to go ahead and force here. We'll force exiling Spreading Seas. But yeah, she wanted to do another family vacation, and since I'm at home going to college, like, I can't really say no because you pay my tuition. We will go with a Wandervine, doing Unsettled Mariner. Pass the turn. Yep. So if they go for something else, we have Force. If they don't go for anything here, we can either hold up Leak. If you, yeah, you don't count it. Okay, we will name Merfolk. And so the question is, do we go ahead and Mariner? No, because they get smallpox value off of that. We could Spreading Seas. I think we just wait. We can hold, play more reactionary. There's a land that's pretty worth it, and there's a spell that's worth countering. Feels good. Like discard Martin. Me? 8-rack has potential to be good, but at the same time, so we'll go white, blue, play out the Mariner here. And now it's time to get blown out by smallpox. Veil made it real bad. Yeah, the problem is Luckily, there aren't too many decks running Veil right now, besides the Uro piles, which aren't going to have a hard time with discard anyway. They have so much hand or value stuff. Yeah, Veil of Summer is still legal in Modern. Okay, Mr. Liliana of the Veil Man. No. And there's a rack. Okay. So we're gonna start taking lots of damage from that. On the bright side, because we don't need to play out this vial, we can just get in for 2. Let's see what they've got. We stopped a Shrieking Affliction, we stopped a Lily, and we stopped a Lily. Okay. No idea what this does. Each player discards a card. Each opponent who can't loses life. Alright. Card seems pretty good. You can go ahead and yield to that. Other Merfolk get +1/+1. Go ahead and do that. Increase. Begin combat. Hit Lily. This will give them... Yes, they can uptick one more time. Which isn't great for us, but... Okay, Shrieking Affliction. And Smallpox. Looks like they'll have us with that. Because then they go there, we lose 3, and then we lose 3 more during upkeep. And then we hit land. So we can hold this, take 5. No, take 6. We lose. All right. So they just had a great hand. Run it back. Like, I guess we technically didn't have to force their turn 1 Shrieking Affliction. But okay. Match 5, game 3. Let's see if we can get there. I would love to take the play. Reveal Luris. Again, hand's great when you don't have lands in it. A little on the land heavy side, But I don't really want to be going down against Brack. So we will be keeping this 6. Pitching an island. Lead off with the turn 1 vial. This next turn we can go Wander Wine into Mariner. Unless they have discard. Did we win? No. They got enough rack effects out. So we are on to game 3. Of course. Always staying productive. Dismembers. Okay. So vial will go up to 2. Hey. Thank you very much for the subscription, Real Wheels. And I got this. Thank you very much. And a Harbinger. Cool. Play land. Play master. Pass turn. I do have to say, I really do enjoy your resub messages. So this is probably what, Lily? Yep. I did. It says Lit Grayus, no, you've been subbed for 4 months and etc. I hate you. Even worse. You're an evil, evil man. I don't put it past you to do that though. That's pretty good. No. Keep the violet 2, and that's why we keep the violet 2. Begin the combat, get rid of that lily. Let's see if they have second lily. So we'll probably be taking this vial up to 3. So that way we can play out the lures that we've got. Okay, they're doing it that way, and then they're doing this. 4 mana. Annoying Lily. -3. Target creature gets... Each player discards a card. I would rather discard something else. So let's go ahead and play out that. That's not a great card. But we can kill this other Lily. They got rid of a Bantu's Last Reckoning. Makes me wonder what they have in hand. They're willing to pitch Bantu. Get rid of that Lily. And let's go ahead and put Luris into hand. So we can Luris on the instep here, and then we'll have Mariner. Okay, crack one. That'll resolve. Okay. Nothing to try to force us to discard. So we will let the rack hit us for one less. Say no, draw that. That's not a bad draw. This, Luris, Mariner, white, blue. Combat 5, the rack player. They go to 13. Bantu's Last Reckoning. Yep. I kind of figured that they had that. Upkeep and draw. We draw a Silvergale. That's not terrible. Reveal Biomancer. Draw ourselves another card. Have Force. Play Biomancer. Now we have Force backup. Not that we need it, considering that they don't untap. So we'll get one additional draw. Seachrome Coast. We'll go ahead and adapt here. We draw, we discard. No, honestly, it's discard the land. Because the land's going to enter tapped anyway. Hit for 4. Now we have Force of Negation pitching Merfolk Trickster into Lord of Atlantis. Smack opponent for 6. Opponent, pay your costs. Yes, Spreading Seas. We run 3 main board, 1 in the side. Spreading Seas is enchant land. Enchanted land is an island. and when Spreading Seas enters the battlefield, draw a card. So if we happen to draw Spreading Seas, we will be Spreading Seas their Mutavault, so they can't animate as a blocker. And then they lose. Opponent needs Bantu's number 3. Or Damnation. Bridge. Okay. My Lord of Atlantis still gets under bridge. See, there's our Spreading Seas. Okay. Never didn't have it. Nope. Sadly, we can only get in there for 2, and they're going to be at 1. But that then means that they cannot cast Smallpox. And they've got to try to get empty-handed. Okay. Big Lily. And discard. So, did we bring in the Echoing Truce? No, we did not. What does an Anchorage do? Creatures with power greater than the number of cards that they have in their hand can't attack. So in other words, we don't get to attack. What's the other bridge? The other artifact is the rack. It deals X damage to that player being us. Where X is 3 minus the number of cards, so currently it'll be 1. There's another bridge that sees play. That card got banned in Modern. But yes, there was a card called Bridge from Below. That card got hit hard. Yeah, there was this thing called Hogak. Hogak kind of broke that card in half. Only a little bit, though. Wrench Mind. Ouch. So we take 3, we'll be at 3. I mean, we're discarding anyway. So sadly, looks like we're gonna lose to the rack. opponent's at 1. We go to 3. We draw land, which we kind of sort of gotta hold. So that way we don't die to the Lily, but then we'll die to the Rack. Bridge wins them this game. Unfortunate. Ending the league 2-3 with some modern Merfolk. How does opponent's deck win? They just kill you using this Liliana Walker of the Dead, the Rack, and Shrieking Affliction. How do we beat it? We become faster than it, like we were in game 1, and how we were almost faster than it in game 3. But their entire purpose is to try to make you discard as quickly as possible to the point where you have nothing in hand. And ta-da, we lose. So again, we went 2-3. Not terrible. Our losses were to Goblins, the Rack for match 5, and then Humans for match 4. Overall, the deck felt fun. Definitely a fun little tribal deck. If tribal's up your alley, this has a lot of interaction and still has the tribal effects to try to get there quick. Yeah,